Okay, well, we've made it to level 2. And we're in the nighttime. The sun has set. And Crazy Dave's still wearing a pot for a hat, I guess. Okay, fair enough. Those zombies just won't let up. You're absolutely right. You won't get any sun falling from the sky. You will still get some from sunflowers. And lucky for you, you got yourself some puff shrooms. Lucky for me or lucky for you, I feel like you might have taken a few puff shrooms already. Can't lie to you, Crazy Dave. Let's move on. In any case, this is level 2-1. Okay, well, we got puff shrooms, we got sunflowers, and we got a bit of lag as well. I don't know what that's about. Okay, I guess we'll carry on. To be honest, puff shrooms will probably deal with the most of the stuff that we need. So let's just load out with this. I guess let's rock. So we are in the nighttime, which means that the game has changed slightly. We don't get sun falling from the sky. We don't get free resource. So we've got to be a little bit careful with our sunflowers. But we do get these things, which are, by all intents and purposes, free resource. Their cooldown's a little bit slower than kind of your regular pea shooters and stuff. But it does kind of remove the need for these potato mines a little bit less, because sun is less of a commodity now. So we've got to utilize our free guys as much as they possibly can. I'm pretty sure they have the same damage output as a pea shooter, but it's kind of the unique take on the night levels. We don't get that free sun from the sun. I tend to like to set up with just like at least a push room per row, but then the minute I see a zombie coming down, I kind of prioritize putting 2 push rooms there, because these things get eaten pretty quickly and their range isn't very good. So you got to make sure that you back it up pretty quickly anyway. Put another sunflower down here. I don't mind building 2 rows of sunflowers. It becomes more of a priority to get sun from these oh so happy sunflowers. They truly don't know the nature of the work that they're in. They're killing so many zombies. Oh, we got a coin. I've also decided to remove the use of my mouse because I was listening back some of the audio from level 1 and it was so irritating because I kept on hearing the mouse clicks. And to be honest, it might not actually be that much of an issue. I don't know. But I heard it back and I was just like, this can't go on. It can't go on like this. So I'm just sticking with my laptop's touchpad. I am working on a laptop. I've been working on a laptop. So, I mean, I don't have the strongest set of resources when it comes to this whole YouTube shtick. I'm just working with a laptop, and all of the software that's in it, OBS, Audacity, I use DaVinci Resolve for editing, so I'm trying to do this kind of conservatively, money-wise. I need to get a PC though, man. I need to get a PC, because it's like such an easy thing to kind of aim for getting. I don't know if that made sense, but basically, what I'm trying to say is that if there's anything I should be saving up for, it's a PC. I don't want to say it's not a priority, because I mean, having a good PC would be incredibly beneficial to this whole YouTube thing, because working on a laptop is fine, but I literally don't move this laptop. This laptop is basically a whole desktop computer, because it doesn't move. I don't do anything with it except for edit, so it's like, what's the point in me even using a laptop? The whole benefit of a laptop is that it's portable, right? And I'm barely using that functionality, which, I mean, I could use it more. And to be honest, I do move it around a little bit, and it's always nice to be able to take to when I go to visit my parents, for example. And then I'm able to just like sit down and edit whilst I'm there if I've got spare time, which is absolutely fine, you know? But I think having this as like the secondary option makes a lot more sense, and then the primary option being a whole ass desktop PC. We got this sun shroom, which gives out, can't speak. It gives out small sun at first, and then normal sun later. To be honest, if I'm being so real, I think the regular sunflowers are just better. And apparently I've collected $370 in coins so far. I'm gonna go buy myself a gun. The zombies won't be able to fight against a gun, right? When you collect $750, I'll sell you something really neato. I'll give you a hint. It definitely has nothing to do with puff shrooms. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. You might think those winks are just part of my demeanor, but no, I am trying to allude you to something. Level 2-2, more of the same, but we're getting the zombies that we saw of the past. So I'm going to stick with sunflowers because this is basically just a sunflower, but for cheaper. But I don't even feel the need to use it, to be honest. We'll go with the good old puff shrooms because they're free. I kind of like the loadout that we had before, to be honest. I don't think potato mine's going to be as useful. So I might go for the chomper. Because chomper walnut is like a good combination. Like tea and biscuits. Or ice cream and... what goes with ice cream? McDonald's fries? I've never tried it. I've never tried ice cream and McDonald's fries. I don't really plan on doing it, if I'm being so real. Maybe I should give it a try. One of my friends was a die-hard fan and would very much stand on the hill alone around Nutella and cheese sandwiches, which, I mean, look, from the outside looking in, it sounds horrific. It sounds like a crime. And, you know, I felt the urge, I felt the need to try it. And you know what? I'm not going to say that it was good. I think saying it was good is a stretch. But it wasn't awful, is what I'll say. It wasn't terrible. Nutella and cheese, I don't know why it kind of worked. But to be honest, if you eat something enough, you'll probably just get used to it, right? It doesn't really matter what it is. You'll probably just get used to the taste and the different flavor combinations. So, to me, peanut butter and jelly, I don't like it, but that's like a super, super normal thing. I don't know. I don't really like the fact that it's something sweet with peanut butter. I just like peanut butter on its own. But I can imagine a lot of people hate that. But maybe Nutella and cheese is the new peanut butter and jelly. Maybe. Don't knock it till you try it, I guess. Don't try it, actually. Just don't try it at all. Don't knock it. Don't try it. How about that? Oh, goodness me. Level 2-2. Again, pretty similar to what we were doing before. But we do have a few more contenders to deal with in the future. So bucketheads are going to be like a whole issue. I can't lie. This guy's going to get eaten, isn't he? Oh, no, he doesn't. He survives. That's pretty good. And you can see, like, whilst we're getting slow amounts of sun, it's not, like, terrible amounts still. We've still got 150 in the bag. We can still get 2 rows of sunflowers pretty easily. It's the fact that we don't have to spend any sun on resources outside of sunflowers, at least in the early game anyway. When you get into like mid and late game, it probably becomes a little bit more difficult to manage. But by that point, you've probably got enough sun to start building up the rest of your artillery, you know what I mean? These graves are super annoying, but we do get a plant to get rid of those soon. So, I'm not too bothered about the fact that we don't have that. I probably shouldn't have prioritized putting a repeater down there. There was no need to do that, but we've not been punished. We'd love to see that. This reminds me of like a super simple time, man. When did I play this game? Like 2013, 2014 maybe? Might have been a bit later than that, actually. No, I feel like it was 2013 when I watched Nintendo Capri Sun's Let's Play of the game. And then I ended up picking it up eventually myself. What a game, man. What a game. There was like a good period of time. And this was probably a little bit later down the line, to be honest. Rather than 2013. Closer to like 2015, where my Xbox 360 was like the console I would play the most. I would play that console so much. And it wasn't just like on my own. Like I'd play online on like Call of Duty and stuff like that, which was fine. I was never good at Call of Duty. I was always so bad at that game, man. I've never been good at Call of Duty. And to be honest, I try and play FPS games now and I suck at them. I'm so bad. In any case, it was Call of Duty and stuff like that, fine, whatever. But then a lot of the times I had my 2 good friends come over on quite a lot of different Fridays. And we would just play FIFA Ultimate Team back when it was not as crazy as it is now. Or I guess I don't really keep up with it loads. I did play a little bit this year, but yeah, I mean, back then it was a lot more chill. It was a lot more manageable. It was a lot more fun. It wasn't as like intense, if you know what I mean. I played that. I'd play Minecraft. This was all on the Xbox. And then I'd play Plants vs. Zombies. when they'd gone home as well. That Xbox had a lot of stuff. Does anyone remember, what's it called? Is it Geometry Wars? Is that what that game's called? That game was so good. I always used to play the pacifist version of that game, where you don't actually shoot with your ship at all, but rather you just run around in different gates. I don't know if is that game still playable. I'd love to play that game again. If you don't need like Xbox Live or something like that, because you might need to have Xbox Live to play it. Because it was all like based on scoreboards and leaderboards rather than like actual in-game achievements and things like that, if that makes sense. I don't know if I phrased that properly, but what I'm trying to say is like, you'd play Geometry Wars to compare scores to like your friends and then the wider world, I guess. You wouldn't really play it to get specific things in the game, if that makes sense. It was just like an arcade shoot 'em up kind of thing. I guess it wasn't even a shoot 'em up on some things. The pacifist thing that I used to play, you just gain points by driving through gates that would destroy ships rather than actually shooting them. It was a really cool concept. And I'm pretty sure it was like, for at least like a good couple of months, it was like pretty big in the YouTube space with all of the content creators that were doing Call of Duty and stuff like that at the time. But then I guess it passed. It's such a good game though, genuinely. I'd love to play that on the channel, but I mean, who the hell would watch that? Who the hell would watch that? I mean, I don't really care if people watched it or not, to be honest. But like, even then, it's like, what interest is there in Geometry Wars in 2024? Is that even what it's called? Geometry Wars? Was it Geometry Dash? It was something like that. I don't know. Just put a chomper down, eat up this guy, and then we should be able to take this one out. We get another type of shroom for 75, son. This thing is not worth it. This thing takes out a very specific type of enemy. It's the one with the screen doors here, the fume shroom. He looks a bit angry as well. There he is, the one guy. Screen door zombie. You know what? Let's use the sun shroom just for saying that we've used it. We'll go ahead and use the fume shroom. I'm happy to do this. We can work with that. Look how happy this guy is, by the way. He just devours a zombie hole. Hey, yo. But yeah, 2013. What a time that was. Take me back. Honestly, take me back. I miss 2013, man. I feel like life was just so much more chill back in 2013, but I don't know. I feel like people have changed for the better generally, but at the same time, things just felt simpler. Honestly, just take me back to like 1997 if I could. If I could go back, just take me back to there. I don't need to go back to 2013. Take me back to 1997. I just bought Crash Bandicoot Warped, playing Tekken 2 with my brother. Was that all in 1997? Maybe it was a couple of years later, I don't know. I'm always so bad with remembering specific dates and years for things that I did stuff. Like, I'll know that, oh, I did X, Y, and Z at some point. Like, in some period of time it happened. But I know people who can be like, in 1998, in May 1998, I did X, Y, and Z, and I was like 3 or 4 years old at the time. And you're like, what? How? How do you remember that? It's incredible. I wish I had that memory. I have very strong core memories on things I did as a kid. Like, I remember the first time I beat Papu Papu on Crash Teams Racing. Crash Teams Racing. Team Crashes Racing. I remember, yeah, beating Papu Papu for the first time. I remember the first time. Oh, this guy's gotten all the way through. Let's use the fume shroom. Let's see what it does here. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay. We have got a screen door zombie down there, so now we can use the fume shroom. Fume shroom, goodness me. I guess he passes straight through the door? I don't really know how it works, to be honest with you. But I guess he just damages the zombie without having the need to destroy the door first. Which is nice, I guess. But his range is... Oh, actually, it's actually not bad either. Let's put another shroom down here just to be safe. You might as well just start building up in advance. But yeah, going back to what I was saying before. I'm so all over the place when I'm trying to just talk about stuff that is just random in my head. Because it's like... I feel like with a game like Plants vs. Zombies, I kind of mentioned it before, where it's like, I think this is just a different type of Let's Play. Like, there's not a lot to talk about in the actual game, because it's a tower defense. So we can talk about, you know, the different shrooms, or the different plants, or maybe the different zombies that come up from time to time. But generally speaking, it kind of just plays itself as you just put stuff down. There's not a lot going on. So It's nice, to be honest. I've been thinking about an idea. My God, I'm already thinking of something else. I'm already going on to my other topic. This is so... I feel like I have, like, such a short attention span. I need to work on that somehow. In any case, what I was saying previously to all of that stuff was that, yes, there are people who remember so much about their lives at such a young age. I'm very envious of those people because I would love to remember more about myself as a young tyke, because I think of those days and I miss those days quite a lot. Also, alongside that, what I was trying to say was that I do have like core memories that I think of, but it's not like I can pinpoint a specific day and time and year and things like that. The Grave Buster. I was saying that we get a plant eventually that gets rid of some of the tombstones. The stones. It gets rid of them at some point. Want to buy an extra seed slot? It'll cost you $7.50. You'll be able to choose 7 seeds instead of 6. Yeah, definitely. 100%. This is like the easiest buy in the game. We don't need anything else. 8 seeds for 5,000. That is criminal. Why don't you just give it me for free? Aren't we friends? I think that's fine. We basically got the extra seed packet so that we could bust graves. Busting makes me feel good, as our good friend said once. Anyway, I was saying about it a little bit earlier, how this is going to be a different type of Let's Play, you know. We kind of mentioned that before. I was thinking about an idea. And again, I might date myself because by the time some people listen to this video, I might have been and done this at this point. I was thinking about an idea, and it was actually something I thought about when I first wanted to start creating content about just sitting, playing games, and just talking about literally anything that's on my mind. Just like a specific topic for a video. And I was playing around with the idea of like just doing it in the morning when I first wake up, because I feel like if I was to do it in the morning, I'm at my most vulnerable. The stream of consciousness is just flowing like a dirty river, but it is flowing. You know what I mean? So it would just be nice to just sit down with a hot cup of coffee before I start work and just talk about whatever's on my mind whilst playing some random game. And it could be literally anything. It could be the post game of Pokemon Coliseum. It could be random relic races on Crash Team Racing or on Crash Warped or something. It could be doing some tournament mode on Budokai 2. Literally, the game is just a backdrop, and I'll talk about whatever else. And that's not a new concept in itself. I just like the idea of doing it. like the idea of actually just doing that. It's something that I should probably think about doing and putting it into action, but I don't know why I haven't done it yet. If I'm being so real, I feel like it's just one of the many things that I have in my head that I want to do, and I've just not got around to doing it yet. Time is a construct, but it's a construct that very much keeps you in check, doesn't it? Goodness me, because there's so many ideas that I have. I just don't have time to do all of them. I just don't have time to do all of them, which is sad, but also it's like, I think that's exciting. I think it's exciting that I've been able to fill my time with so many good things that I'm doing, to the point where it's like, if I want to do something new, I have to really consider what I want to sit back on, if that makes sense. I don't know. I think between YouTube and then picking up Yu-Gi-Oh again, because that's been really, really fun. I think those two as hobbies, as well as like I play guitar a little bit here and there. I'm not very good, but I do play slightly and write music. I think between those 3 things, my free time, like, it's pretty chalked after that, to be honest. It's pretty chalked, because I think with Yu-Gi-Oh's a lot more casual. I will say that. Yu-Gi-Oh's very, very casual. I'm not at a point where I'm like having to travel around the UK to play tournaments or anything like that. I'm playing online, but that, even then, like practicing on simulators and things like that, that's like, it does take a bit of time, but it's definitely the most casual out of the hobbies I've got. And then I've also got things like this. I feel like YouTube, it's such a huge time sink. And I mean that in the most positive way possible. This guy is just never going to get shot at because he's too far away. Let's just eat. Yeah, YouTube is a huge time sink. I feel like I'm one of the... I do a lot of over editing of my videos. I probably don't need to edit them to the level I do, but I just like editing them, that like making them a bit more chaotic. I think it's fun, and to be honest, no one else might think it's fun. I might be the only person who enjoys it, but it's the stuff I enjoy, it's the stuff I like. I make it because I think it's fun. I don't really make it with the intention of like, this has got to get views or anything like that, you know what I mean? I just make it because it's fun, and I make it the way I do because I think it's fun and I think it's great. So, sorry, I think it's great is a little bit, I didn't mean it like that. I meant like, I think it's good to consume from my point of view. I enjoy consuming the content that I make. I feel like I could watch one of my playthroughs back if I wanted to, as conceited as that sounds. I'd like to think that I could watch it back, because that's the whole point of this channel. The whole point of this whole channel was for me to make YouTube videos that hopefully 10, 15 years I'm still around and I can watch back and be like, oh, remember when I played through this, or remember when I did that, you know? But yeah, YouTube is a huge time investment. It's a very, very big time investment. And I'm not mad about that for what it's worth. I think it's good to have something as committal as this, because it gives you a lot of structure in your day. I don't know, I feel like before YouTube, I was probably just playing games online here and there, but then also just like sitting around and not doing a lot with my time, which, again, more power to you if that's what you enjoy, but I don't think I was enjoying myself doing that. I think I was just filling time, and that's not great. That's not a great feeling. I feel like with this, I'm being productive, and it's a good productive too, right? It's a good productive. I don't know how far this is going to go, and I have no intention of it taking off whatsoever. That's the main reason why people do this. But for me, it's just like being able to express creativity through video editing and all the stuff that I'm doing there, alongside being able to play games again, which is something I don't feel like I was doing as much in the past. It's just a combination that works. It's just a combination that works for me. I have got such an excess of sun. Oh my god. Let's just do this. Let's speed up the process slightly. And the reason I've got such an excess of sun, for what it's worth, is because none of our plants are that expensive. None of them are that expensive. They're all very cheapo schmeepo. They're all just a little bit of change. Even that, like, chomper, 150, that was quite a lot. But even now, that was a fraction. I've already got that money back, basically. I wonder if there's a mod that removes the cooldown of the plants. That would be quite interesting. I feel like it'd be so chaotic. The game would be able to be completed so quickly if that was the case, actually. Okay, only one more screen zombie left, and he goes away. Let's just put a chomper down, and then we can get a cherry bomb ready for whoever comes down. Are you ready? We don't even need all that sun. All of that sun is way too much. Let's just do that. Take out the majority. Let's just put down another chomper. There we go. Got a cone head there. What we can actually do, if we really wanted to overcommit, we can just do this. There we go. And then this zombie should be taken out very, very easily. Just give him a sec. And look at this. We got ourselves a book. A journal. It's the zombie diary. Keeps track of all plants and all zombies you encounter. Wonderful news. I'm pretty sure we've already got this. Here's the plants. Next level. What's this? Is this 2.4 or 2.5? We're just doing whack a zombie, apparently. It is 2.5. Okay, so we're halfway through. All we got to do is click on zombies. It's basically like Overwatch 2. You just click on zombies, click on heads, and you kill. Look at the gameplay. Look at the pace. I'll tell you what, playing this on the trackpad is certainly an experience. It is certainly an experience. I wonder if you can get, like, silenced mouses. Mice? Okay, we get sun in the middle of this, and we can start building these grave robbers, grave digger ghouls. That's probably the priority for me, right? That is pretty much the priority for me. Just get the ghouls away that are closer. Oh my god, this is awful to play. I feel like my arm and my hand is like cramping up, having to arch it the way that I am for freaking mouse pad, trackpad thing. Can't click the money fast enough. Alright, you know what? This guy's moving with pace. Okay. Okay, let's just take our time here. Gotta click him twice because he's got a little hat. Get some more sun here. Let's use a cherry bomb here. Why not? Goodness me, this is like intense. You want to play a hard mode of this version? You want to play a hard mode of Plants vs. Zombies? Play with a trackpad. You are putting yourself at a hell of a disadvantage. This is awful. Okay, there we go. We're taking out these zombies slowly but surely, but they're moving faster than the speed of light. Not Buckethead. Not Buckethead himself. I remember, oh my god, my hand is like cramping up. I can feel it. My hand is literally cramping up. This is awful. Anyone listened to Buckethead before? I used to listen to Buckethead a ton. Oh my god, okay. Oh my god, okay. Oh, trackpad, please. Okay, thank god these guys are going slow. Goodness me, we needed that. That was a lot to deal with. Okay, I might need to whip out the mouse if we do that again. It's a hypno shroom. Makes a zombie fight for you. Do you think Crazy Dave's taking a few of these? Possibly. Every chance. I'm liking the setup we had for this. We don't have any screen zombies, so I don't think there's a need to take the puff shroom. Or the fume shroom, should I say. Let's take the hypno shroom. Go walnut. Cherry bomb. I don't think chomp is as necessary, so we'll go ahead and take our good pal the repeater. Just to speed up the process slightly. I recently got my PS3 working, which was very exciting. I'm pretty sure it only runs games at 30 frames per second rather than 60, which, I mean, it's not the end of the world. I don't know if I'm going to really play that many PS3 games, because I feel like the majority of PS3 games you can probably get on the Xbox 360 anyway. Is that an ignorant statement? I don't know. Any of the games that I would play on the channel anyway, I feel like I can. The reason I got the PS3 is so I can potentially emulate PS1 and PS2 games in a bit of a better level of quality and still like just use a console. It's not even like I'm opposed to emulation on the PC. If anything, that would make life 10 times easier. But it's hard to do with a laptop. It's quite difficult to do with a laptop, so I think it's just better to abstract away all of the machinations and heavy lifting that emulation would take to a console, and then my laptop can just kind of concentrate on the recording process. And I think that's just the best way for me to do it right now. I don't know if that'll be the case moving forward. Well, I guess we'll have to wait and see. But I think for now, it'll work. But also, it's just nice to have a PS3. I've never had a PS3 before, you know what I mean? So I picked up a copy of PlayStation All-Stars Battle, which will be hilarious to play. I'm so excited to play that game. I used to like that game. I can't even lie. It wasn't even bad. It wasn't even bad. People hate on that game quite a lot because, I mean, it wasn't the best designed. But, like, as a game, it was super fun. I used to play it, like, a decent amount. I used to play Sly Cooper. I used to play Raiden. Raiden was my main. I don't think I'm going to be able to get the DLC, though. I don't know if the DLC still exists. I tried to use the PS3 store. It is broken beyond belief. That thing does not work. I was able to download a couple of games. Like, I downloaded Suikoden. I think I downloaded Symphony of the Night. So I might be able to play them on the channel at some point. But yeah, it's a whole mess. It's a whole mess. Basically, to buy games on your PS3, you have to add funds via... Is it via PayPal? You've got to add funds to your PS account, basically. And then you've got to delete your card from your PS account. Because, for whatever reason, the PS3 store can't actually process card-based transactions anymore. It has to be from your PlayStation wallet. And it will always, always, always take the card as the priority way of payment rather than the wallet. And because of that, the store does not work. It is a whole mess. I cannot lie. This guy's getting a little bit too close, but he'll be dealt with, I'm sure. It's a shame we don't get the cherry bomb now, but that's all right. Let's put another mushroom down. We don't even need the rest of the sun. This is the last zombie here, and he'll be dealt with. We didn't even use a repeater. Oh, we've got the tall shroom, the long neck shroom. What's this guy do? Scary shroom, long range shooter that hides when enemies get near it. Okay, so what is the point of you? I might as well just go with the same loadout, right? We'll use him for the sake of using him, I guess. And we'll do this, and we'll go. Oh, wait, there was a screen door there. Why didn't... Oh, forget it. I made a mistake. I should have brought the fume shroom, but I messed up. And that needs to go as a priority. That absolutely needs to go. That grave is far too close. What the hell is that? Why are you so close to me? Don't stand so close to me. Okay, we got them on the middle row. It's always nice when they come down on a row where I've already got a shroom, because it just means we deal with them a little bit quicker, which I definitely appreciate. And we'll put one here as well. We do need to get rid of that grave, though. That grave being there is definitely inconvenient. I'll tell you, the night stages in this game, I don't know what it is, but I just don't really love the vibe of the night stages. I do like the fact that they switched up. I'm not trying to take away from their creative endeavor whatsoever. Please don't paint me that way. What I'm more trying to say is that I don't know. There's just something about the night stages. Maybe it's just because it's darker. It's not as bright. It's not as colorful. It's not as fun. It just feels a little bit more dreary. For what it's worth, all intents and purposes, the difficulty is like next to no difference from level 1 to level 2. If anything, I feel like level 2 is probably easier because you don't have to spend sun on stuff half the time. So, I don't know. Maybe it's just the fact that, yeah, it's nighttime, so things are a little bit more dreary. It's not as colorful. But even then, I think the developers did a great job with it. I think the developers did a really good job with it. Because imagine if you had to do 5 levels, 10 stages each, and all of it was the exact same backdrop, the exact same row structure. The fact that they actually switch it up level by level, it's a credit to them more than anything. So regardless of how I feel about it, I think it was the right thing to do. I think it does get a little bit annoying, particularly on level 4, because in level 3, you go back to the daytime, and they introduce 2 rows of pools, which you need lily pads to place down kind of plants on, which is where it starts to get, it loses me a little bit at that point. But level 4, it's in the nighttime, and you've got those 2 rows of water as well, so it's like more to maintain, which is not the issue. It's just a little bit more annoying. And it gets a lot crazier from level 5. Like level 5, the final level, it's nuts. So I'm excited to play this. I'm liking the structure of just doing a level and all of its stages together, rather than kind of breaking it up and making it a little bit awkward. I like the fact that it's just like, here's level 1, here's level 2, here's level 3. I think it's better to be structured that way. And I'm speaking from like my YouTube's point of view more than anything. So I think it's, like I said, a different flavor of Let's Play. It's a different flavor of video. It's not going to be 10-15 minutes parts. Odds are these are going to be like maybe even hour-long parts. There's every chance these are hour-long parts, because the final stages, final levels, they do get a lot longer. I don't like the fact that you've got a screen so we can blow you up. Not having a screen killer, not having someone to break the screens is a little bit awkward. And I probably should have dealt with that, because these things are really good defensively as well. So let's put a walnut there. Confused looking guy. And whilst they're dealing with him, we can just kind of slowly but surely build up our defenses by putting down more shrooms, getting rid of some more graves. We're at a point, we're at a place where it's going to be very, very difficult to lose. So it's kind of just autoplay at this point, right? Oh god, I just banged my elbow on my brand new desk. What a way to pivot to a new conversation, huh? I got a new desk. It's an L-shaped desk. It's a desk that I actually had in the past, but it kind of in the move when I had to deconstruct and reconstruct it, it just kind of ruined. So I bought a cheapo desk, and it was not fit for purpose. It was like creaky. It was quite small. It just didn't provide a lot of space. So I upgraded to a new desk, which for relatively cheap as well, is able to just support me so much more. I've got my monitor here, my laptop. I've got a couple of consoles here. My controllers are down there as well. Like everything is like set up and nice here now, which I'm a huge fan of. A huge, huge fan of. And again, it didn't cost a lot. Honestly, I thought for a really good desk, you'd be paying a fortune. But turns out, absolutely not. I feel like I'm set up on that point. I need to deck out my room a little bit more, though. I do need to deck out my room where I say my room, it's my office that I'm recording stuff in. I need to deck it out a little bit more. I want to put some posters up. I want to probably put some shelves up and things like that so I can display a few bits and pieces. I don't know what I'll display though. At the moment, I've got 2 full shelves of just random shit. Like a range of stuff. I've got a bunch of DBZ statues. I was about to say figures, but they're more like statues, I guess. As well as like DBZ pop figures. I don't really like pop figures for what it's worth. I think they're all a bit weird. But the DBZ ones in particular are really cool. And maybe that's just because I'm biased towards Dragon Ball Z. But I think the Dragon Ball ones are just really cool because of how colourful the characters are. I don't really see the point in buying pop figures of like, I don't know, The Rock. Like, it's just a guy. You know what I mean? Whereas you're buying pop figures of like Cell and Freezer and stuff like that. It's cool. I don't know. That's me being entirely biased. Someone might be listening to this and being like, actually, that's really lame. Which, you know what? Fair. Valid. Fair point, well made. Let's go ahead and use a hypnotic shroom on this guy so that he's on our team. He switches allegiances. He is not a loyal zombie. He is but a fiend. Let's put down this walnut and then we will let our good pal the cherry bomb just slowly charge up. We've got 2025 sun, by the way. We do not need all that sun. We do not need all of it. And there's more if we wanted to grab it. Let's get rid of this. And look at this. We got a new shroom. And this is a very good one. I was about to say it's a very cool one. But I didn't want to turn into Arnold Schwarzenegger in that one film. With what? The Batman? Oh, what's going on there? We got Ice Shroom. Temporarily immobilizes all zombies on the screen. Sick. Oh, there he is. He's a dancing zombie. Wait, he looks different. When I played, I feel like he was wearing like the Michael Jackson Thriller outfit, but maybe I just like gaslit myself into thinking that was reality. But there he is, the dancing zombie. He's able to summon more zombies, so that's a bit scary. That's why you get this, the Ice Room, which lets you basically free zombies. It's really, really helpful. It's a good alternative to the Cherry Bomb. I think this is fine. I think this is a fine loadout, and we'll be able to cook quite easily with this. Need to deck out the office. That's my next mission, I think. As the month comes around, I think I'm going to set myself a mission to just deck out the office a little bit more and make it just feel a little bit more fun. Because it's a very grey room, quite literally. It's grey carpet, grey walls, and a grey soul. So I just got to make it a little bit more homely. I got to make it a little bit more fun. So that's what I'm going to do next month, I think. I don't know how I'm going to do that outside of... I said 2 things. I was like, I got to put some posters up and I've got to put up some shelves. That's it. That's going to be all we need to do. I don't know what else we'll do there. Just trying to think. I think I'd get a nice rug. I think a rug is a good shout. I don't actually have a TV in this room. I'm using a monitor. But I don't have like an actual TV. So maybe I should get like a little 1-seater or a 2-seater couch in the TV. That'll be quite nice because then I could just watch like the football or different films. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Because I've got like a little ottoman for the TV to sit on. But at the moment, it's just kind of filled with more shit. There's like nothing here. Oh, I moved the window rather than clicking a shroom. My fault. Yeah, so I might do that. I might actually repurpose the ottoman for the television to what it was supposed to originally be. And, yeah, clear it out a little bit. I think oh, here he is. Here he is, the dancing ghoul. We'll go ahead and use our free shroom, whatever the hell it was called. And just like that, we've frozen the zombies, temporarily stopped them, but also we slow them down, which is nice. Are they slowed down? I feel like they're not actually slowing down. Have I made that up? I don't know anything about these zombies, evidently. Yeah, the most difficult thing about this guy is that he actually does create new zombies throughout the row. So you got to take him out, but obviously he walls up with that first zombie in front of him. And then if you don't take him out quick enough, he'll just do it again. So you got to be pretty careful when dealing with the MJZ. I think we can afford to put a repeater down here. Why not? He's not doing anything, but, you know, he's vibing. He's angry. He's ready to fight. So why not? Let's put another one down. Why not? You know? Let's cook. What are we doing here? Why are we waiting for this guy to travel? Let's put another one. We don't actually have enough for another one. Never mind. One thing I've also told myself, maybe not this year, but certainly next year, is that I want to go to more conventions. Because I love the concept of like gaming and anime conventions. I'm not even into like anime like that, if I'm being so real. I'm really not into anime like that, but I think the idea is just so cool to just take a day to explore a whole floor of lots of different memorabilia, lots of different kind of items you can buy and explore. You can make mates there and stuff like that. I think it's such a cool idea. And I want to go to more. What I will say is, like, in the UK, I don't know how extensive the laundry list of anime or gaming conventions there is. I also want to go to some card conventions because I've started getting into buying some pristine Pokemon cards and the like. Let's do this. Get this guy in. We'll get the Grave Buster. I keep calling him a Grave Robber. He's a Grave Buster. We'll do this. I don't think we need the Hypno Shroom. We probably don't need it. To be honest, let's just cook with this, to be honest. We should be good, to be honest. So the Doom Shroom is very much just like the Cherry Bomb. It's 25 less sun, which is nice. But the downside is that it destroys the tile that it's used on. And it takes time for that tile to regrow. So you can't actually plant on the tile for a little bit of time that you use the Doom Shroom on. So there is a downside to it. It's a pretty cool downside, as opposed to the Cherry Bomb, which you can kind of just use and then that's it. You've actually got some kind of visible downside to using the Doom Shroom, which I think is a good idea, because the Cherry Bomb is so incredibly overpowered for 99% of the game, if I'm being so honest. Playing through this now, this is the first time I feel like I've used Sun Shrooms for the majority of level 2. And they are very good. I did not think they were going to be as strong as they were. I discredited the Doom Shrooms. Not the Doom Shrooms, the Shun Shrooms. Shoo. Yeah, I discredited these Shrooms. I truly did. And for that I apologize. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it. I did mean to do it, actually. I was just wrong, is what I should say. I did mean to discredit you. But you know what? You didn't deserve it. Then we've got one more to collect all of the sun that we need for the level. Let's just do an early grave. Let's just do an early grave robber. I'm going to keep calling him a grave robber. They did like what would I call it, like a Comic-Con? I guess I would. I think they did, actually. They called it Comic-Con in my local town. I went to that and it just kind of wasn't that great, if I'm being so real. And I don't mean that because, like, I feel kind of bad because obviously, like, the town I grew up in is quite small. So it's like, what can you expect to be there? But it was quite a small endeavor. There was a few stalls, but generally speaking, I don't know. It just wasn't that great. I wasn't there for long, so maybe next time if I went for longer, maybe I should engage with like all of the different stuff that they do at the con, because like the floor where you buy stuff and everything, that's like just one part, isn't it? There's much more to conventions than that. They do like meet and greets and competitions and stuff like that. Maybe I just need to fully immerse myself into all of the different stuff happening on the day. And maybe I'll enjoy it more if I do that. So next time I go to a convention, I'll do that. I'm thinking about going to one that's coming up in Manchester, I want to say. Maybe I'll go to that. I think that one's more focused on games or cards rather than anime, which is totally fine with me, by the way. I just want to clarify that. Completely fine with me. I feel like with anime conventions, I might be a little bit out of my element, but you know, I would try my best. Not to say that I don't watch anime for what it's worth. I just don't watch it like extensively. Like the current anime I'm watching right now is Yu-Gi-Oh. So, I mean, if that tells you where I am in the anime kind of stratosphere, Yu-Gi-Oh is literally for babies. So, I mean, I could be watching some other crazy stuff that's in the current season of Crunchyroll or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. I find it comforting to watch old shows from the past anyway. So I'm actually quite enjoying Yu-Gi-Oh! I've just got to the Battle City arc of Yu-Gi-Oh! Which is good fun. So I think I just watched Joey fight against Esperoba and take Jinzo, and then he fought against Weevil and he took Insect Queen. I think that was the most recent thing. I think the episode I left it on before I kind of sat down to do other things, eat food and the like, was Yugi was just about to fight Strings, which is the guy who had Slifer. I remember watching Yugi versus Strings and I was like, oh my god, how the hell do I get Slifer the Sky Dragon for real? And then I ended up being like, you know what, I need to use eBay. I need to use eBay to buy Slifer the Sky Dragon. I bought Slifer, I bought Obelisk, I bought the Winged Dragon of Ra for £10 on eBay. And would you believe they were fake? Would you believe they were fake? Yes, of course. Because who the hell would be selling those cards? Who would just be selling them for £10, all three? Because at the time, I'm pretty sure they were quite rare as well. I think they were like video game exclusives. So for people to just have those is one thing. To sell all three of them for £10, which, to be honest, at the time for me as a kid was quite a lot of money. Yeah, that actually might have been the first ever purchase I made on eBay, and it was a fake. It's a fake set of the God cards. That's so funny thinking about it. Oh, that's really... that's not even the last time I bought fake Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I bought a deck of Yu-Gi-Oh cards from like a pawn shop. Again for like £10, and I opened it up and it was all fake cards. I was trying to cope as well. I remember I was with a couple of my friends. I bought it, and then we started looking through the cards, and we could almost like immediately tell they were fake. Like, in fact, no, I'm pretty sure it was like immediate. We could tell they were fake, and it was a bit of a shame. I think my friend could realize that I was gutted, but at the same time, we kind of just laughed it off super quickly because like the cards had like 12,000 attack or 16,000 attack, and you're like, this is the best card in the game. I just bought this entire tin for £20 and I got a card with 16,000 attack. This is insane. I'm about to go to locals and clean up everyone. Man, the Yu-Gi-Oh locals. Oh god, I've not thought about Yu-Gi-Oh locals in years, you know. When I was a kid, me and a friend of mine would go down to a local store and play Yu-Gi-Oh, and we were like 11, 12 at the time, and we were playing against like majority like kids who were like a couple years older than us maybe, so nothing too crazy, but it felt like we were the youngest there by far, and they gave me the nickname of the kid which I thought was quite funny, but maybe I think that was probably because I didn't tell people what my name was. So I just got put down in locals as the kid, and I'm pretty sure I won a locals with like some dodgy trap burn deck. It was awful. It was really, really bad. Or did I win? Or I think I might have just placed like top. I'm just throwing out all of my resources because these are the final zombies anyway. Why not? You know what I mean? Let's go burn down this grave. Maybe we'll get a coin out of it. There's a coin? I wonder if you can actually just do that. Hold on. Let's use this grave robber on this grave as well. Can you give me a coin? Oh, that's actually quite nice. I didn't know you could do that. Here's a letter from the Zombones once again. Hello. We would like to visit for a midnight snack. How does ice cream and brains sound? Sincerely, the zombies. That's a pretty good combination, like PB&J, Nutella and cheese, ice cream and zombies. Okay, much like stage 110, we've got a conveyor belt of zombies. Nope, we've got a conveyor belt. Nope, one more time. We've got a conveyor belt of plants. And we've got to deal with them. Somehow, some way. Let's just use the Doom Shroom. Let's just get rid of them immediately. But this is going to be a little bit more fun because we got a much more extensive set of plants to use. A different set of plants to use too. I think the worst thing about these scary shrooms is how slow they are too. They are very, very slow. I'd recommend just keeping these, to be honest. I think I just keep these in the back in case things get crazy. Let's put a guy here. And we're getting a few more Doom Shrooms. Let's just use it. Why not? No reason not to. Oh, wow. That actually takes out everything. I didn't know that. Right. So Doom Shrooms don't even just take out in a radius of 3x3. They just take out everything. Or at least a much larger range than the Cherry Bombs. That's crazy. So they're just better than the Cherry Bombs, really. I guess the downside is that you can't plant on these two spots now. At least for a little bit. But the downside is a lot slimmer than the actual upsides. Let's put a Scary Shroom here, because this guy's going to eat through slowly but surely. There we go. That's good. Let's just freeze people up here a little bit. Ooh, the football player was just there as well. That was a fortunate freeze. I ain't no fortunate freeze. He's slow. He is very, very slow. He was not ready for all this. We're nearly at the first flag. Oh, he started moving a bit faster though. Okay, he has got a lot of pace. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Yeah, okay. Let's just transform you and get you working for the right team. For the good guys. We're the good guys, right? Just clogging up on a few more shrooms here. So I'm just going to start throwing stuff out. Let's put this here. Well, we'll keep those, I guess. Another long guy here. Another regular shroom here. Okay, we got 3 and 3. And we got another grave robber. Great. Look how many zombies there are. Oh my god. We could just do this though. Look. Oh, wow. That takes... Okay, so that's like a 4x4 space rather than 3x3. Wow. That's huge. You got to be careful with these grave robbers as well. Because if you put them down, the zombies can still eat them. So... Gotta be super careful about that. Oh, we don't have any hypnotic shrooms anymore. So let's go ahead and use this. Let's just deck out this whole top row to deal with the football player. Hopefully we can deal with him quick enough. Oh, we could do that. Okay, it missed. Oh, we'll get the next guy. Don't worry. The next guy will be on our team instead. Look at that. Let's throw out another Doom Shroom here. There we go. That was a good way to use it because we got rid of 2 football players too. 2 football players for the price of 1. Messi, Ronaldo, both of them are gone. Let's use this. We're slowly but surely getting there. We'll go ahead and use another hypnotic shroom. Just throw out these regular guys here whilst we can. There's no reason not to just plant them because we've got so many options to kind of area of effect the whole board. So we are chilling here. We're so fine. These zombies have got nothing to do. They got nothing to do now. They are done. They are finished. We have one big wave coming. We've got so many of these fume shrooms to get through the screen doors. So I have no qualms with this whatsoever. You know what? I'm just going to use another Doom Shroom. Let's just use another one. Why not? No reason not to. The only downside is the fact that we're causing craters that we can't plant in. But to be honest, like... Where are we gonna... We don't need to plant in these 2 specific spaces. Let's put this here. Let's put a freeze down straight away. Put a Doom Shroom down. Let's get rid of the majority of them. Let's put another Doom Shroom down. Get the majority of them. And just like that, we've dealt with the mass wave. Although there's still a lot coming. Okay. I didn't calculate the fact that there'd be so many. Okay! There is our final plant of level 2. And it's a lily pad. Which takes us on to level 3 where we're going to have a couple of pool rows. Rows of water that we've got to put a lily pad down on first. And then we can put down whatever the hell we want, I guess. Who cares, whatever. Let's you plant non-aquatic plants on top of it. Great. Why does he look so sad? It's just a piece of grass and he already gave him emotions?